Good evening. Welcome to On Another Level's Book Club, Authors Babble, where we're getting up close and personal with authors Cassandra McLaughlin and Michelle Stimpson, author of and book,
Kathy, can you hear me?
I can hear both of you.
Who
author
is
of
both of
book
you?
and now movie Deacon's Brown's
This is
Daughter.
Michelle.
Ladies, welcome and thank you for joining us this evening.
Thank you for having us.
You're welcome. Tell us a little bit about yourselves.
Well, what exactly would you like to know? Like, where are we from?
Where
Or,
you from? Your
well, I'm from
background?
Marshall, Texas originally. Michelle and I met here in Dallas. I live in the Glen Heights area.
Mhm.
And we basically have been writing together since 2015 now. So,
Oh,
yes.
okay. So let's dive right into the movie, Deacon Brown's Daughter. Without giving away too much, give us a brief summary of the book.
I can't hear you all. Hold on.
Michelle, you can't hear us?
Are you not able to hear us?
Did she disappear?
Okay, I think she's working in the background, trying to get her reconnected.
Okay.
Okay, so just give us a brief summary of the book.
Well, Deacon Brown's daughters is Michelle. Can you hear us now?
Can
I
you hear?
can hear you now.
Can you hear me?
Let me see if I can hear them. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
I can't see. You're frozen now. Cassie,
Now, can you hear me?
Yes, I'm here.
I can't see or hear them.
Okay, but you can see me.
Yes. I
Can
can
you hear?
see and hear you, but I can't see or hear them.
Okay, she is working on that.
Tony says my camera is upside down.
Okay, so
Ah,
while you still work that out,
let me
communicate with
get
Tony in
myself
the chat.
together. Oh, it's fixed now. Okay, she says don't move.
Okay, can you hear me?
I can read the comments on the side, but I cannot hear anything that's going on except Cassie.
I said okay.
Okay, so Michelle, you tell her in a few words what Deacon Brown's daughters is about. The movie.
Okay, so perfect. And I can read the comments on the side. So if there's a question over there, maybe they could type it there. I don't know, but I can't see all that. But anyway, Deacon Brown's daughters. Thank you all for having us. By the way, Tony and
Uh-huh.
Sharon. Deacon Brown's daughters is the story of a man who's trying to apologize for his past. But the question is, will his children, these are the people that he wronged, some of the people that he wronged, will they receive that apology? It's a story of redemption, it's a story
Okay.
of forgiveness, and it's a story about families. So we wrote it just wanting to encourage people to make an attempt to right some wrongs if they've got some things going on that they want to atone for.
Okay. So a, taking a novel and transforming it into a movie. I can imagine that was quite an experience. Tell us about your journey.
Well, the journey was we wrote the book, of course, and after getting a lot of different reviews and deciding to turn it into a movie, we, of course, had to write the script and then you have to go through your casting. And that alone, just making sure, people could actually do what we expected, because we
Mhm.
had our vision of what the characters should look like, what they should sound like. So just that whole process, it took us about, I want to say we started filming in January
Did
and we finished in like April, if I'm not
Okay.
mistaken. Is
20
that correct, Michelle? Is that
yeah,
about right?
2018, yes. We started
Yeah.
casting what in July, I want to say.
Mm.
It was actually on my birthday in June.
In June. Okay, we
Okay.
Mhm.
started casting in June, started that whole process in June. The rest of the year, we were getting the locations in place,
Mhm.
getting funding, and all of those different things so that we could get started in January.
So did you guys actually have to write a new script for the movie?
Yes, we did. We had to write a script because we also added some things to the movie that was not
Ooh.
part of the book. A lot
Okay.
of twists and turns in the book as well.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So how close is the storyline in the book to the movie?
It's very close because I love movies.
Mm.
So when I go to the movies. And if I've read a book and it turns into a movie, I get real disappointed if it's like, what happened? This ain't what I read. So we wanted to make sure that we stayed very close to the storyline, but also add some flavor to it as well.
Okay.
Right. And you have to, it's different when you write a book versus a movie, of course, because in a book you can write, he was thinking blah blah blah, or you can put it in
Right.
italics. But
Right.
everything that a person is thinking in a book has to somehow how translates to words or actions in a
Right.
movie. And so it's a little bit different.
Makes sense.
Mhm.
Makes sense. So, what personal experience, if any, were
And I still
you?
can't hear. So
Okay. Are you going to repeat my question? So
I
she.
will.
Okay. What personal experience, if any, were used in the character development and in the plot?
Michelle, she wants to know what personal experience we used, if any, to create the character development and the plot. Are you talking about from the actual, just the from the book to the movie, or just from the characters, or what part exactly are you meaning?
Just from the whole theme and concept
Oh,
of the book.
process.
Yes.
Okay, I'll let Michelle answer.
it's about the characters in the book and the movie.
Yeah.
Okay, so there was a lot of personal experience on my end because Deacon Brown was separated from his children for many, many years um, by his own choices and his own actions. He wasn't like incarcerated or anything like that, thankfully. But I didn't have a close relationship with my biological father. And so writing this book was therapeutic for me because, Deacon Brown in the book has three daughters and he's trying
Yeah.
to connect with them.
Okay.
My biological father has two children, one that he knew more closely than me. I have an older brother. And
Uh-huh.
so it really was therapeutic for me to write through what must have been going on with him, with the man in the story, because I think, and in retrospect, I realized that my father was very young when he had me. When he
Mhm.
became a father, he had just come out of the Vietnam War and had PTSD before we even knew what PTSD was.
Yeah.
And I realized that he was a human being with a story and a narrative that I had not
Yeah.
heard. And so writing Deacon Brown's daughters put me in the position of, what must be going wrong with that person, because it's unnatural to leave your blood, right? To not have anything to do with your children. That's unnatural.
Yeah.
So what must be going on in that person's mind? That really hit home for me as a
Okay.
young woman. Well, I guess I'm not necessarily a young woman, but I'm somebody's daughter.
Right.
Right. Right.
His daughter. Just that whole, even as Michelle stated, although I had my dad, we
Mhm.
were emotionally disconnected. So even being able to pull from that, we use that in the movie as well, because there are times when you have your daddy physically, but
Mhm.
that emotional connection just isn't there. We have it now, but growing up, we did not have
Right.
that.
Yeah, the
I don't
same.
And
think that was the expectation back then.
I don't know if it was just, I think the expectation, I don't want to say for all men, because I know that there are some very good dads, but the majority of men, they thought, if I'm paying child support, we good.
I can
Or even
relate.
if I'm paying the bills in the house, we're
We
good.
got some clothes, she
Right.
good. That was their thing. They didn't know that they had to be at daddy daughter dances and show
Right.
up to, I remember crying over a boy. My dad was like, "What you crying over him for? Go on, forget him, go on, what you
Yeah.
like?" Don't, he was like, "Don't be no wuss." I'm like, "But I'm a girl."
And I think it's more socially acceptable now for males to show their emotions and be soft.
Yeah, yeah.
Whereas back then it was like they had to be hard and keep up this
Mhm.
persona.
Absolutely,
Mhm.
absolutely.
Okay, so you guys say you've been working together for a while. How
Yeah.
different is it working with someone in writing or compared to working alone in writing a book?
Well, I wrote my first book with Michelle, so I'm spoiled. And so I have a couple of solo titles, but I think we just, because we gel so well together. I'm so spoiled.
Mm,
I don't be wanting to release books on my own. Not that I can't. It's
right.
just I've gotten so used to us writing together, and because we tell such great stories together,
Mm,
and it's so much easier because you're doing half the work. So
gotcha.
Right. I would
And that
have
Michelle
was
to
got
agree.
75,000 books out by herself
I
already.
don't have 75,000 books out by myself. However, I will say that writing the collaborative process period, I don't think I necessarily respected it or looked to it as a writer or as an artist, But once I started making, before Deacon Brown's Daughters, I was in a short film, in a film class, and collaborated to make a short piece. And it really brought home for me what the collaborative process is all about. And
Mm,
I'm almost gun shy now to do a whole bunch of things by myself because I
mm,
appreciate other people's input so much
right.
and just respect what other people have to share. It just makes me a stronger writer. And so
Mm.
I'm not going to say I'm spoiled, but I absolutely appreciate the viewpoints that collaboration bring.
So have either of you co-authored with anyone else outside of each other?
Michelle, she wants to know if we've co-authored outside of one another. I have not, but Michelle has, and I'll let her tell you about it.
Yes, I have co-authored with people who have audiences and people who don't have audiences.
Mm,
Sometimes it's almost more of a mentorship situation, and
okay.
sometimes I feel like people are mentoring me. So,
Mm,
if we can come up with a really good idea together, and we both have the time in our schedules to do something,
mm.
I will most definitely partner up with people who absolutely want to get the job done, and we have great ideas and we click as artists.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do either of you have any unique or quirky writing habits?
Excuse me.
Bless you, Michelle. Well, when I'm writing, I have to have now laters. That's my thing.
Really?
Are
I
we
have
talking
to
about
have
food?
now laters. And Michelle will tell you, I have to have the book cover
Book
before we
cover.
start writing. Like,
Yes.
Oh,
absolutely, hands down. I got to see what the cover looks like before we can
okay.
start writing.
Okay. What about
That's my
Mm.
Michelle?
thing.
Ask Michelle, does she have any
What
quirky?
is it? She's asking, what do we have to
Do
do
you
to
have
get
any
started?
quirky things that you have to do to start writing?
I used to. I used to have like these little online games I would have to play to kind of get my mind ready. But no, at this point, I don't. I have so little time to write now,
Mm,
because I am working full time as of a couple of years ago, and I have a granddaughter now, so I don't have time. I gotta turn them muse on and off like quickly and just keep going. I don't have. I used to have like Cheetos cheese puffs, but I'm over it.
She does. She's supposed
I know.
That was I all the way through college. I would just like when it was even in high school when it was time for exams and I was like cramming. I would have Cheetos cheese a big old bag and
yeah.
eat them all night.
Mm.
I got a drawer full of nail laters. I have to keep them.
And
So
I
when it's time to
know.
write, I'm on my nail laters.
Wow. Well,
What
what's the
color is your
strangest
son?
thing? What's the
That's what my
strangest thing
granddaughter
you've
asked
ever
me all
had
the
to
time.
research online for a book?
Ooh. Michelle, what's the strangest thing you've ever had to research online for a book? I think for us, for our book that we wrote for Magnolia Gardens, it's about residents who live in an upscale retirement facility. I know Michelle called around to get some information. We called around to get a little bit of information about that.
Mm.
Yeah,
And
yeah. I
yeah,
think even for the one we have coming up, we had to call around and check on some coronavirus things that were going on in
yeah.
different communities. I remember my very first book it was an interracial romance, and in that book, I had to go. And we were exploring race, right? And so I had to
Mhm.
go back. I knew when they pronounced the OJ verdict in 1995, I believe it was. I knew that when they read the verdict, the lady who read the verdict messed up on his name when she said it.
Mm.
But I didn't. I had to go online and find that tape of the actual reading of the verdict so that I could get it just right in the
Right.
book. And I remember, and this, so of course, I spent like the next 2 hours watching the tape of him running
Mhm.
away in the Bronco and all that.
You watched them
You
on
want
the freeway in the Bronco.
I did, cause the day that
I
he got
remember it.
was the verdict. I had just had a baby the day before, and so I
Oh.
missed it all. I had
Mm.
Kaylin October 2nd, 95. So I think the verdict came on October 3rd or something like that. So I was in the hospital and I missed everything. So
Oh wow.
mhm.
Okay, so tell us, where can your movie be viewed?
The movie is on Amazon
Okay,
as of last month. So
congratulations.
Yes,
everybody, y'all, that everybody's quarantined, go see the movie.
right.
View
You
it
got
a
to.
whole bunch of buy the movie. Share it
Okay.
with your friends and your aunt and them and your uncle and
Right.
them and all of them.
You already at the house, right?
Right?
Yes, well,
And
enjoy it.
I'm so thankful because we had started to do a big shebang,
Mm.
a
Yeah.
big shindig, and a big thing in March, and it was going to be in March. And I'm just like, oh my goodness, thank
Spring break.
the Lord. Thank
It's
the
supposed
Lord
to be
we did not.
spring break.
Okay,
Yes, that
yes,
is
that's
good.
when it just hit.
Exactly. We
Mhm.
were in the middle of deciding, are we going to do this big shindig? And then we finally said, no, we could just go put it on Amazon.
That
God
decision.
knew. He knew.
Yeah.
He protected us.
Right. Okay, so I'm going to ask our viewers to go in. If you have any questions, go ahead and input your questions into the chat box. While they're doing that, we're going to play a little game. It's called 7 seconds, okay?
Oh, goodness.
So let me get my timer together.
7 seconds game, Michelle.
Oh, Lord. You go first.
I gotta go first.
Okay. Just a second. Okay. Cassandra, calculate how many seconds are in 6 minutes. Go.
Huh? What?
How many seconds are in 6 minutes?
Okay. Yeah.
7 seconds.
7 seconds. I mean, how many minutes? What? Say it again. Start over. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Ready.
How many seconds?
Okay.
6 minutes. You ready?
How many seconds are in 6 minutes?
Yes.
Okay, that would be 6:40.
Try
Am I
again.
right? Huh? What happened?
No, your time ran out. 36.
Yeah, 36. Girl, what
Okay.
did I say?
You said 40. Michelle.
I'm sorry. You're right.
Okay, so what I need you to do is ask Michelle her question for me, okay?
Okay. Michelle, you ready for your question?
I'm ready.
Okay, she ready.
She's going to name 4 types of yellow foods.
Oh, that's easy. Name 4 types of yellow food.
Squash, bananas, Cheerios, honeycombs.
What?
Okay.
Wait a minute.
Beige,
Hold on.
beige yellow.
Wait, time out. Cheerios are not yellow.
They are golden.
They're not yellow.
I think she was looking at the box.
They're gold to me.
No, ma'am. That is not right.
Okay, we're going to throw that one out.
Corn.
We're going to throw that one out.
You got to throw that in the river.
It
Okay,
is
next
made from
one.
corn.
Cassandra, you ready? Cassandra?
Yes.
Recite the days of the week in reverse
Cheerios is
order.
getting counted.
What?
Recite the days of the week
The days of the week in
in
reverse order.
order. Go.
Okay. So we have Sunday, Saturday, Friday, Thursday, Wednesday, Tuesday, Monday.
A little bit too long-winded, but you were good, but you were like 2 seconds over.
It was more than 7 seconds.
It was more than seconds. You got to be ready to answer it. You got to be ready to answer it.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
What happened?
How many seconds was that?
You was 3 seconds, 10 seconds.
Oh, man.
And you was like, okay, let me see.
Oh, yeah. Okay. 7 seconds.
This is Michelle's question.
Okay.
I'm ready.
She's gonna count from 1 to 15 backwards.
Count from 1 to 15 backwards.
15, 40, 30, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
What?
Yay!
Yeah, no, ma'am. No, ma'am.
She got it. Okay.
If you replay
Okay.
the tape,
Cassandra,
if you replay the tape, you will see.
let me
that
wait.
happened. Just
No, let me get Cassandra an easy
that's
one.
all you got to do.
Oh, my goodness.
You ready?
Just replay, push
yeah.
rewind.
Say the entire
Yes.
alphabet in 7 seconds. You ready?
I'm ready.
Go.
A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z.
2 seconds
I
go.
think
You
you
got
did.
it.
I think.
Bam.
Okay.
think
One
you
last
did.
one.
As long as she
One
didn't
last
say
one.
backwards, I'm good.
Okay.
But wait
Last
a minute.
one
Why did you
is-
stop and make the P longer like you were singing the song?
Because
I
I
know.
was singing song.
Okay. Last question for Michelle.
Michelle, this is your last question.
Okay, I'm ready.
Name 5 animals you see in a zoo.
5 animals you see in a zoo. That's easy. Okay, go.
5 what?
5 animals you see in a zoo.
Tiger, shark, elephant, giraffe, pig.
A pig?
Pig?
Again,
That's
there could be an
No,
African,
ma'am. That's the county
African
fair.
pig. There's an
Ma'am.
African pig.
Okay.
No. You must have just watched Charlotte's Web last night and saw
It
Wilbur at the county
I
fair.
can tell you guys have been working together for so.
warthog,
I can tell. It's like this
which
sisterly
is
thing
in
going
the
on
pig
here.
family, kingdom, phylum.
Okay.
I'm telling you.
So we're going to move on to our question from our viewers. Chopping it up with the viewers.
Your question.
Okay. First question.
What's this?
Do you
How
have a muse or even a ritual to get into a creative writing flow?
do we do what now?
Do you have a muse or a ritual that you get into to create a creative writing flow?
Do you have a muse or a ritual that you get into to create a writing flow? As long as I got my now laters, I'm good. Michelle, what's your answer?
I think before I can really get going with a book, I need a strong outline. And we do that.
Well, yeah, we do that.
It's not I wouldn't say it's a routine, but I like to know, because we're writing faith-based fiction, I need to know where Jesus is. I need to know what the message is. And then we do a pretty detailed outline. I mean, we don't have to stick to it necessarily, but we do a pretty good outline before we get going. It's a chart, what's going to happen in chapter 1, who's the narrator of chapter 1, maybe even some of the scenes and some of the major lines that need to happen. And we also kind of keep notes on the side, like this happens on a Tuesday in chapter 6. So we need somebody to be at the hospital by chapter 12. So, like we're thinking through what all this looks like and when things are going to happen. So I personally, because I have a lot of other stuff going on, I need an outline.
Okay. That makes sense.
And we also have to have an outline because Michelle be forgetting people's names.
I do.
Girl.
I rename people in real life, though.
Yes, she does.
Anyway, I do the same. Okay, next question. Is there a release date for the movie?
The movie is out right now on Amazon. Yes. That's the release date today.
It's out right now, guys, so go ahead and
get off this interview.
Yes.
You can get it on Amazon. It's out right now. Next question. Right. How do you manage writer's block?
Michelle, how do you manage writer's block?
I can honestly say I'm not really a writer's block chick. If I have a strong outline, the block for me is the outline. Once I have an outline, that's it. I'm gone.
Okay.
Well, I've had writer's block before, and the way that I deal with it, especially when I'm writing by myself, I just call Michelle and say, hey, I was thinking about doing this. Tell me what you think. And so she'll just help me work through it.
Okay. Team effort. Next question. How long does it take to outline writing? How long does the outlining in the writing take?
How long does the outline take? We do the outline that we normally meet up. Normally, it's usually at the library or at Panera somewhere. Sometimes it's a conference call. We do the outline that day because once you start piecing it together, it just begins to flow. So it doesn't take long to do an outline. We do that outline. It takes us about 25 days to write a book.
Right. Our outline might take a couple of hours. And sometimes if we don't finish in those few hours, we might say, okay, well, let's just at least get to chapter 10 on the outline. And then we'll have to say, let's meet up at the library again so we can get the next 10 chapters down.
Okay. So, are there any more questions in the chat? Give them a little while longer. Okay. If we don't have any more questions, lady, it has been a pleasure speaking with you guys. Before you leave, tell us one more time where they can watch the movie, and also where can our viewers best reach you, or where can they learn more about your books?
Okay, Michelle, the question is, where can they reach us or learn more about our books? So all of our books are on Amazon. I have Cassandra McLaughlin website, also have an author page. Our movie, Deacon Brown's Daughters, is on Amazon only. We are both on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter.
Okay, great. Yes. And I think we have a question that came in. Did you self-publish or find an agent?
We self-published.
Yes.
We don't have an agent.
Right.
When is the next movie or play coming?
Tasha Parker, I love you. That is my sister, and she trying to be funny because she already knows the answer.
What'd she say?
When is the next movie or play? She been pushing us to do another movie.
Look, you know what? And I had been in resistance since 2018. But when the movie actually came out, I was like, oh, this is cute. It's kind of like, okay, we can, Yeah. All right, let's do it again. But you let me tell you something. Making movies is not for the faint at heart. It is a
Really?
lot of work, and I have to
Mhm.
be physically, mentally, emotionally, financially, all the leads. All my D's got to be in line.
Well, because here's the thing, we were on the set every weekend.
Every
Oh,
weekend.
Every weekend we
mhm.
were on set away from our family. And, it's a lot when you're on the set with people 10, 12 hours
Right.
every
Right.
weekend. And Michelle didn't want to be on the set 10, 12 hours every weekend. She want to go run errands and leave me on the set with the people 10, 12 hours because I directed the movie.
That's what
Okay.
directors do.
And she don't want to share in that pain.
I don't. I really don't. You know why I don't want to share the pain? Because
Why?
I'm the one that sits there for hours and hours and hours re-editing movies by myself. You don't be there. You don't be there for
Mm.
all that.
So you got to
You
balance it
don't be
out.
there when you got to go on IMDb and change that. You don't be there for all that part. You be at home eating now, ladies
So
and
it's a
stuff.
balance of the powers.
It really, we work well together because we know our lane, and that is not her hat. I let
Mhm.
Michelle handle. You write the check, you feed the people, you
Hmm.
tell them what to wear. I'm over here going, hey, that's the wrong emotion. Cut. Let's start over.
That sounds like a good balance.
We have a good balance,
That's good.
but we are going to do another movie in the next couple of years or so.
Couple of years.
Yeah,
Okay. Well, let
yeah,
me
yeah.
know. I'll be practicing my acting skills.
Yes, do that.
We have a question. What other works do you all have out?
What other works do we have out? We have about 10 books out.
Yes, the
Oh, okay.
Magnolia Garden series is
Yes.
a senior citizens who live at a beautiful assisted. It's not even assisted living, a senior living facility called
Mhm.
Magnolia Gardens. That's a
Yes.
3-book series.
Okay. Okay.
Mhm.
Our first set of books, going back to 2015, is the Blended Blessing series about a blended family. That's a 3-book series as well.
Okay.
And then, of course, Deacon Brown's Daughters is a book. We have a book called
Right.
"Don't Not with the Church's Money," and that
Mm.
is about people that's trying to mess with the church's money,
Right.
Right.
as
Right.
it says. What else we got out, Cassie? Seems
A
like we
gift wrap Christmas.
Oh yes, a gift wrap Christmas. So
Okay.
yes, we've
Yeah.
we've published quite a few, and we're working on something else right now. So
Yes.
Okay. We got another question. Where was the filming? Where was the filming take place? Where did the filming take place?
All of the scenes of the movie were filmed in Dallas. We were fortunate to have friends, family, business owners who just said, "Hey,
Mm.
come and film."
Oh wow,
So we were
that's
blessed.
good.
Everything was filmed here in the Metroplex.
Okay.
mhm.
So were all the actors local, or did you have somebody, some from?
Everybody was local.
Interesting. Okay. Ladies, it's been a pleasure.
Thank
You have
you. We enjoyed,
anything?
Michelle. It's
Thank
ending.
I appreciate you all for having us. Thank you so much for what
Thank
you're
you.
doing
It's been great talking with
for
you, ladies.
authors, for readers, and connecting us. I appreciate it.
Okay, we
Yes.
want everybody to go to Amazon and make sure you watch the movie, purchase the movie, and
Yes.
also look these ladies up and pull out some of their books from the past. These series sounds really good.
Yes. Get all the series. Get all every book we
Every,
got. Buy it today. You ain't got nothing to do but read and watch a
right?
movie.
That's
Right,
what you're
right.
doing. You at the house.
You're at the house. You might as well.
Okay, join us next week, same place, same time, as we chat with author Zenora Wright. She's the author of The Curse of the Bailey Women. And remember, reading gives us someplace to go when we have nowhere, when we have to stay where we are. Stay safe, stay put, and stay in. Have a good day.
Thank you. Bye bye. Good
Thank
night.
Good
Bye
night,
bye.
everybody.